At tonight's WWE Raw episode, we saw Cody Rhodes wrestled on Raw for the first time in 6 years. One WrestleMania rematch confirmed, WWE official challenges the top champion, and much more. Let's look at what happened on tonight's Raw episode. Tonight Raw opened with Cody Rhodes appearing as a guest on Miz TV ahead of their match later in the night. Both the WWE superstars disrespected each other. After the interview ended, Miz attempted to blindside Rhodes but was caught and thrown from the ring. The first match of the night was Mahaan vs Dominik Mysterio. Mahaan dominated the match. Mahaan won the bout when he locked Dominik in the cervical clutch and Dominik tap out. But Veer kept the hold locked in and a group of officials had to break it up before Dominik was carried away in a stretcher and into an ambulance. Backstage on Raw, we saw AJ Styles attacking Damian and the two had to be separated by a bunch of officials. Then the match happened between AJ Styles and Damian Towards the end of the match, Styles tried for the phenomenal forearm, but Damian swatted him out of the air. Damian then kneeled in the middle of the ring as the lights went out and the match came to an abrupt end. Then the next match was Cody Rhodes vs The Miz. Seth Rollins made his way to the ringside before the match began and sat at the commentary desk observing the bout. After a fairly lengthy match, Cody Rhodes got the victory by hitting crossroads to score the pinfall. Rollins would eventually enter the ring with a microphone, claiming that Rhodes had the advantage in their match at WrestleMania by way of being a surprise opponent. Rollins then issued a challenge for a rematch, which Rhodes quickly accepted. Backstage on Raw, Ezikiel welcomed Tomasso Ciampa to the show before Kevin Owens came in to tell them that it was Elias. Ciampa sided with Ezikiel and Owens was not happy. Backstage, Kevin Owens was trying to prove Ezikiel is Elias and got approval for a lie detector test for the next week on Raw. After scoring a win over Sasha Banks on SmackDown, Liv Morgan squared off against her partner Naomi on this week's Raw. Once again, Rhea Ripley was absent. Naomi and Morgan had a bit of slow start to this match. Naomi scored the win in under 2 minutes. Next, Lashley was in the ring with the VIP lounge segment and demanded answers, which brought out MVP and Omos. MVP claimed all credit for Lashley's success and said Lashley saying he did not need him at WrestleMania proved it was time for MVP to turn to the future. Lashley promised to run through Omos and then go after MVP. Backstage, Akira Tozawa, Reggie and R-Truth were having a joint bachelorette party. R-Truth said that he would officiate the weddings and called up the 24/7 title rules until the double wedding of Reggie Denabrook and Akira Tozawa Tamina takes place. The next match of the night was Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair vs Queen Zelina. Bianca Belair quickly hit the KOD for the win. This was a short match. After the match, Sonya Deville made her way out to the ring and congratulated Belair on her win at WrestleMania before having her sign an open contract. After she signed, Deville revealed that her next opponent would be herself, Sonya Deville. She attacked Belair from behind and left her down and out. Next, RK Bro took on Alpha Academy in a tag team match. If Chad Gable and Otis won, they earned a title shot. If they lost, they could never challenge RK Bro again. This match was fine. Orton and Riddle scored the win, so Alpha Academy has to wait until another team wins the belts to chase them again. After the match, the Usos confronted RK Bro, following up on Roman Reigns' instruction that they needed to unify their SmackDown Tag Team titles with RK Bro's Raw Tag Team titles. This brought out the Street Profits, who claimed they deserved the title shot. Riddle and Orton then suggested the two teams just go ahead and fight to end the show. The match was great. The Usos defeated the Street Profits after using the 1D. Then the Usos closed the show with a super kick on Orton before posing with both sets of tag titles. What do you think about the Raw tonight? Comment below.